now. All right, guys, this is Gilly Writes Comics. It's been a while. Back in the fray. What could I say? I like to vacation, hard. Hope you guys had a happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, and all that. And just bringing out a video here, talking about Sonic and Pikachu. Just shooting the breeze. I got a special guest here, my cousin Neldon. We'll just call him Nelly. Gilly and Nelly. And Nelly, introduce yourself.
How you guys doing? So I'm Nelly. Just here to share my thoughts on the bizarreness of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'll let you start on your thoughts, because for me, I honestly thought it was weird. But go ahead.
All right, no doubt. So as you can see, we're just talking geeky stuff. It's going to be a short little video. I just wanted to put some content out there, just so you guys know I'm alive. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, I gotta admit, I grew up on Sonic. He holds a very special place in my heart. I could just go back to the days of playing the 16-bit Sega Genesis, and boot up that console, and you hear Sega, boom, you go, right, and then
but the games are one thing and the movie is different.
No, I know. It's just that I'm warming up though, because Sonic is special. I'm just gonna say that it's nostalgia high. And when that game came out, it was literally on another level, and it was their direct competition with Nintendo, and Mario with the jumping up and down, and Sonic was like, okay, we go so fast you can't even contain them on screen. So basically, Sonic was special. He was quick, fast. The story was a little bit. I mean, I can't say there was much of a story, but it was kind of dark in a way, with Dr. Robotnik, kidnapping all these cute little, furry little creatures. With Sonic, going through all these levels, trying to, get his vengeance. But
it did have an environmental thing. That I agree with you. That
what's up?
That it did have an environmental thing. The whole capturing of animals and whatnot. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, it is. So it kind of had an edge. Dr. Robotnik had an edge. You knew he meant business. And I think he was if I remember correctly, wasn't those little animals like he kidnapped were the enemies on screen?
Yeah,
like when you pop them out, it would pop out like you would save them, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
when you would break the machines, usually you'd be releasing like the innocent animal.
Exactly. They're releasing them from their mechanized captivity. So it was special, and forgive me if I'm not remembering everything. It has been a while. I know there's a PS4 game out. I can't remember it, but you know what? Just since I got the live share on, let me just do a quick.
Sonic and Knuckles or something like that.
No. It's actually it's Knuckles is classic too. I think he came out with Sonic 3, but Eric, Sonic PS4. Eric bought this game. No, it wasn't Sonic Mania. Not Sonic Forces, not Sonic Racing. Man, this is gonna be bad. I can't remember at the top of my head. Yeah, but it was
Well, I ask you now. So the games, as I mentioned, the games aside, because the games were fun. When we all like the game, but have you seen the trailer? I mean,
yeah, Sonic Mania. That's it. My bad. Sonic Mania. That's it. That's the one. Sonic Mania.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So if anyone didn't know, I didn't know this game existed until my cousin bought it. Not you, but Eric. But basically, this is pretty much, going to the classics of Sonic 1. I don't know if it's remastered or not, but anyway, Sonic Mania. So yes, what were you gonna say now?
No, so my question is, did you see the trailer?
Okay, so the trailer, it's if you guys haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. I think it's like it's a 2-minute trailer. Watermelon Videos or something like that has it up. It's short. It's very short. I don't even think get much from it. One thing I did get from it, and I think the spoiler was in the title of the YouTube video saying Jim Carrey. And I don't understand how Jim Carrey fit in it. I don't know if he was doing the voice of Sonic. But hearing the opening of the trailer and you hear I'm assuming it's Dr. Robotnik, because you see this big old, it's like this Star Wars, big ship kind of like, looming in. And I could have swore the voice was Jim Carrey. All I could think was Jim Carrey. I'm like, okay, so he's gonna be Dr. Robotnik. Okay, so I couldn't get much from the trailer. I know they wanted to go live action. It's
So they had a glimpse there of Dr. Robotnik. I mean, it's a very brief glimpse, but
I missed it. Wow, it went so fast, I missed it. Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, once again, it's a quick glimpse, and it's real people. But the whole conversation, the narrating piece, it's just it just doesn't. For me, it was just so overdone. I mean, I feel it would fit great with the Punisher, talking about justice and talking about how crime has gone, off the roof. But for Sonic, it was like,
yeah, it did seem out of place. That did seem out of place because you're almost thinking like, I don't know, Street Fighter, or you're almost like you said, Punisher. You're kind of thinking of this is more along the lines of a Marvel movie. Are we getting into?
Yeah, superhero movie.
It looks like a superhero thing. But here's the thing: it's like I said, Sonic was not dark, but I guess kind of dark. Just if you think about the fact that you have this, big scientist kidnapping all these animals and turning them into machines. So I could see that angle, but playing it as justice and seeking, to put crime in its place. I don't know. It did seem odd. It did seem a bit out of place for a Sonic movie, I guess. But what alarmed me more than anything was me looking up this image, and there's been a lot of backlash on how he looks because he's a hedgehog. And granted, if we take out, let's do this. I mean, if we just actually, let's just do this real quick. If we come right here and we just Google a hedgehog, right? I mean, I'm sure we all remember what a hedgehog looks like, but for those who don't remember, here we go. Right. Right. So if you want to go live action, obviously Sonic doesn't fit the criteria of a hedgehog per se, as far as, looks. Yeah. But for a live action, I see what they're doing, but it's almost freakishly creepy.
Yes.
It's just weird. It's like this little mini werewolf, this mini little blue werewolf dude, wanting to save the world, I guess, or save every other little bitty animal, because we know from the Sonic lore with the 16-bit games.
So,
but
no, so I was gonna say, so out of place, and in the trailer you could even tell that they just blended in Sonic from the game, not this Sonic from the poster.
That's the thing, and that's where it's like, okay, so I don't know if it's like a legit trailer, but I mean, they like, I don't even know if that was for the real trailer. Like they're doing that, I think, because of the backlash.
I think it was a merge. I think that they grabbed like an official can snip it, and they just put it together with the game to fill it up more.
So like a fan made type thing where they show okay, that makes sense. And to be honest with you, I think Sonic as like a Pixar movie would just be out of this world. I want to say they kind of did something like that. I feel like it's probably something like that has been done, but it hasn't been anything remarkable or memorable. Or if I'm missing it, maybe somebody could send me a message on Twitter and be like, hey, check this out, and I'll check it out, because I'm a fan of Sonic. But as far as this being a live action movie, he will look creepy, only because if you looked at Sonic, right, doesn't Sonic have I mean, let's go back here. Right, we go back to the PS4 game, right? Look at his eyes, right? See how his eyes are? It's like it's one eye connected, almost like two, like interconnected. Obviously, you can't have that for the live action.
Yeah.
It's gonna have two eyes, so I'm sure that could be something where I'm sure they can fix that up. My only gripe is because Sonic was his own little universe, right? And he was saving these animals from Dr. Robotnik, his maniacal clutches or whatnot. And where do humans fall into this? Because that's where I'm confused. So if you go live action, is you mixing two universes, or were humans always in the picture, or is this some sci-fi Blade Runner type world where you got these freakishly looking, blue hedgehog type creatures out, trying to, fight crime, or whatever. So.
I can tell you, there's still plenty of time on this one, because this is for the end of 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, the producer from Fast and the Furious is in there, so there's got to be something. But I guess it's still too early to tell.
And that's what worries me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I get Hollywood. You're gonna have your directors that are connected. I think Rob Cohen, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, that does the Fast and the Furious movies. Fast and the Furious. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie. The first movie, it dazzled me. I thought it was well made. I thought it was interesting. I like the characters. I love the story. Toretto with Vin Diesel was amazing. Of course, Paul Walker was them both as a dynamic was awesome. Michelle Rodriguez, like for me, that was a blueprint to like high octane racing action done right. Like you could actually bring this genre back. The chase scenes are amazing. When they started bringing CGI into the whole mix, like that for me is just like, oh, it killed it for me. So I think with Fast and Furious, the second one, I didn't even watch it. To this day, I never watched it.
Probably the worst one.
I didn't even watch it to this day. Just never did. I mean, I like Tyrese, I like Ludacris, I like them, but I don't know. I didn't feel it. For the third one I saw when I went, I think it was Tokyo Drift. That brought me kind of back. Saw the fourth one. The fifth one was where I think they had they were in Brazil somewhere doing something, and again, it's over the top. I get that. I do like some realism with my speed chases, but again, I know you got to entertain the audiences. It's like a popcorn flick. It just when it gets too much CGI, it gets hard to deal with. Of course, they brought The Rock into it, so I'm a sucker for The Rock. I love The Rock, so I mean, they were tolerable, and I was able to watch it. And him going at Jason Statham was pretty cool. So,
but here with Sonic, it's a video game movie, and with a video game movie, I mean, you can't completely deviate because you're gonna piss people off. But at the same time, if you just stick to the original, that could be a recipe for disaster. So
that's the thing. Yeah.
You take some liberties. It just has to be well balanced. It's not easy. Yeah, you should be concerned.
No, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy, but at the same time, it's going to be one of these things where if you stick to the recipe, obviously it's going to probably be convoluted. It won't be great, and at the same time, you probably want to reintroduce Sonic to like a new generation who haven't played the 16-bit classic. So it's the perfect property, I feel, where they can experiment. So I'm not going to have my hopes too high, but at the same time, I don't want to see a butchery done. You know what I'm saying? I want to see something decent at least. I know I can. If I get a movie that's 6 out of 10, I'll be happy. You know, I can't go in there expecting a Sonic movie to be 10 out of 10. That's just me asking for too much.
I just don't want to fall asleep in the middle of the movie.
I don't think you will, only for the fact that, I mean, it might be interesting to see how he looks like. But again, the plot and how they try to, you know, turn this whole Sonic story into him being a hero. And, you know, you got a lot of room for, like you said, either disaster or for some type of, I don't want to say genius, but maybe something watchable.
Yeah,
you know, that could be something watchable. So
now let's compare it to something that's a little bit closer, which is the whole Pikachu movie that's coming out.
Right.
Detective Pikachu. See that one has a full-fledged movie trailer, and it's coming out now in May, I think. And what I mentioned about the whole thing, you can't keep it too true to the original. You have to take some liberties. It has to be well balanced because you can't completely deviate. If you've seen that commercial, I was honestly, when I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be garbage. But when you see the commercial, you could see that they're trying some new things, like a Dr. Dolittle mixed with a Pokemon world. Ryan Reynolds' wittiness, and all the it seems to be more of your heavier set, not heavy set, but it's a different type of comedy, not your kid comedy.
There. I guess there's some mature elements there. Just, I mean, whenever you deal with detective type material, you're always going to get some type of mature subject matter for the most part. Of course, when you mix it in Detective Pikachu, that's where you get like a nice imbalance, so to speak, because you got your cartoonish Pikachu, and then you got detective elements. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the hell Detective Pikachu is about, as far as just this, if it was a story before it became a movie. It seems like it was a game, because when I was doing a Google search, it turned out like Detective Pikachu. So it seems like it'd be an amazing game. I don't even know if it's a game that's out or just coming out. So forgive me if I'm butchering that, but I think it's genius. Detective Pikachu. Just that alone, just that concept, I think is genius. Now, evaluating the trailer. Right, I did see the 2-minute, 22-second trailer. I can't remember his name. Jesus, forgive me, man. It's the dude from The Last Samurai. Oh my gosh.
Watanabe, was it?
Watanabe, yeah. Ken Watanabe, is it? Ken Watanabe.
Yeah.
I saw him in the beginning, so I mean, every time I see him, I always get a little happy, just because I like him as an actor. So, and it adds some, it brought some seriousness to the movie. I guess his son, or I don't know who that was, because it just like I saw the trailer and it went by so quick. But I liked. Here's what I like. I liked how it started. Okay, because I get it. We're in this universe where Pokemon training is a thing, and I guess like you can be good, you can become a Michael Jordan of Pokemon training and make it to this Shinon tournament or whatnot. So I kind of like that aspect of it. I'm getting engrossed in the world.
So,
But then Ryan Reynolds comes in, and I love Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like him.
and here's the part that surprised me. So the whole thing with the Pokemon training and how the kid
Yeah,
left it, and I guess he's just there, and Pikachu pops up in the middle of his
yeah.
living room. We gotta
Mm,
watch the movie. But that part with Ryan Reynolds, the whole Doctor Doolittle thing that nobody hears him. You saw afterwards the whole Pika Pika thing that was so cute,
right,
right?
right.
So that for me was the liberty that starts making it a little bit interesting. You're just
Right.
grabbing the cuteness of it. You can add so many jokes to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No. Yeah. So okay, so I was getting engrossed in the world. Like I said, I love Ryan Reynolds. And then when Pikachu pops out and you hear Ryan Reynolds' voice, for that moment, all I heard and saw was Ryan Reynolds. So for me, it was ruined. Um, no, truly, I'm just saying at that moment, it was ruined. Like I said, I love Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't see him as the voice of Pikachu, but I get it's a Hollywood, movie. We gotta make money off of it. Man, with Pokemon, you're gonna make money because forget about it. The millions they made already on the property, it goes without saying. It's a masterpiece, and there's definitely a fan base behind it, so it's gonna make its money. And of course, when you add a Ryan Reynolds, you're gonna jam pack the seats. So I understand that. And he kind of
Yeah,
just ruined it for me. Now to get to what you were saying with the Pika Pika and how only he can hear him, that's where I'm not gonna lie, where I also was intrigued and to be honest with you, Ryan Reynolds, like it started slipping away. Like I didn't see Ryan Reynolds too much. I was more intrigued with this whole,
that,
you know,
that's what makes it more
with
interesting.
the
Yeah,
whole Dr. Doolittle type, gimmick behind it. It kind of got me interested, and I forgot who Ryan Reynolds was. So for me, it's like I could see it was brilliant trick. At least for me, it worked. Where I started forgetting it was Ryan Reynolds. I started, okay, this is Pikachu, and why is he only talking to him? And then they're showing all the other Pokemon out there, and it looks like this is going to come on its, everything's going to snap on its heels, come on its hinges, and we're going to get to like a great, great movie, and not a Ryan Reynolds vehicle, which I was kind of didn't want with this Pokemon
well,
movie. That was a brilliant,
yeah. Let me say that they do show quite a bit of action in there with the
Mhm.
Charizard and some other new generation
Yeah,
Pokemon that I don't even know myself.
yeah.
And I do hope
They
that the
might
trailer,
have something just for the movie. I would imagine. Like they always do. Like every time you see a movie,
yeah,
and it's like based on like I don't know, like let's say a Transformers or based on like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something like that. They always find a way to come out with something crazy that you've never seen before. Like I remember with comic books, there was like Batman, and aliens, like Batman and aliens, and then you had like a crocodile type xenomorph. I mean, you never seen that in any of the alien movies. So like, I could see this movie being, like some type of platform where you can exhibit like a brand new Pokemon or something that would probably get people be like, what? That's crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know Pokemon that much, but I know like it'd be perfect, to unveil something new, or you could only get in the movie. So you
well,
do have a lot of fanboys that enjoy their Pokemon and they don't want that ruined. So I just
so and
hope
again, you have to keep that balance. I'm not big
that-
Pokemon. I don't know any of the new generations and none of that. I
yeah,
played just the original games. But
right.
one thing that I can tell you, I do hope that this movie somehow has Team Rocket. It wasn't
Mhm.
mentioned in there, but if they pop in there, it would be awesome. And
Okay.
the other thing is, I just hope that like I I I,
Mhm.
I honestly I don't know how many people like Mr. Mime. I find that character or that Pokemon to be kind of stupid, but the
Mhm.
way that they put him on the movie, the joke that they showed there,
Oh,
it's
was
for me it was genius.
no, classic. I'm okay. So here's the thing with Mr. Mime. I don't know much about Mr. Mime. I know I'm like Nelly here that most of my Pokemon knowledge is based on like the first game. But I do know Mr. Mime from when it was released on Pokemon Go. That's when I first knew about Mr. Mime. And he wasn't he a region exclusive? Um, Sorry, I got a phone call coming in. This guy is not in the live stream. Okay, so he wasn't he locked to Europe only?
So in the Pokemon Go, yes, and in the
Yeah.
original games, you could only get him through trading or something like that. I can't remember right
Okay,
now.
so basically kind of like a cult Pokemon character, something that he wasn't easily attainable.
Yeah,
Now with Pokemon trading, on the Pokemon Go, you can get access to the harder to reach Pokemon. So I was actually fortunate enough to get my Mr. Mime through you, Nelly, when you were in Romania, and you're actually able to track one down. So I appreciate that. But the thing with Mr. Mime, I always enjoyed his sprite. I just liked him. I don't know much about him, but it intrigued me. So when I saw that little segment in the trailer, it was classic. It was like you said, it was
it,
genius. It was
it was well done.
it was well done. He slams into the wall, and the mime's not talking, and he's just, Pikachu doesn't get what he's saying, but the protagonist was like, "Hey, dude, he's telling you to shove it or whatnot," or it was just funny. Yeah, like literally, like I could see there's gonna be like that movie. I'm gonna be honest, I have a little bit higher hopes because of the trailer, and it blew me away to the point where I didn't like seeing Ronald Reynolds, but then my opinion changed real fast, and I forgot it was Ryan Reynolds. So that for me, I thought that was cool. And the whole, like you said, the whole Dr. Doolittle gimmick, where don't you hear him? Don't you hear him? Yeah, he's saying Pika Pika, ain't you so cute, Pika Pika? It's just like, okay, that's cool. Everyone sees this little cute little Pika Pika thing, and he hears Ryan Reynolds threatening to electrocute him if he gets on his nerves or something. So the dynamic is rife with great material. So I think it'll be a good movie. It's gonna get the job done.
We'll find out in May.
Is that when it comes out this May?
This May.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Compared to Sonic, I'm not gonna lie, I have higher hopes with Detective Pikachu than Sonic. Although Sonic always, is gonna tug on my heartstrings. If that nostalgia factor with Sonic for me, it's up on the high level. So again, I'm keeping myself in a right frame of mind. I'm not gonna overhype myself. I'm going in with low expectations because the moment you go in with high expectations is when you can have a movie experience ruined.
Yeah.
I think that happened with me with Transformers. I think it was the second one and the third one for me, where it just from part one that I enjoyed, and then the second and third one for me, it dips so low that that's why you can't go in with high expectations. But anyway, yeah, awesome stuff.
Oh, so thank you for having me over.
No doubt, Nelly. We gotta do this more often. When we talk movies like this, it's
Yeah, I was about to say we got to do this more often.
yeah, it's definitely definitely one for the history book. So, all right, guys, that was just a short little segment with me and my cousin Nelly. So if you check it out. Thank you for stopping by, hearing us rant on our opinions as far as movies, video games is concerned. Hopefully, I could get Nelly on next week, or we could get him on more frequently, and we can talk about. We're thinking about talking either some Netflix movies that we're watching, and or maybe Game of Thrones. We might go back to the first couple episodes and just divulge into that and dissect that. But yeah, guys, this is Gilly Wright Comics with Nelly, and hopefully we can do a live snipe nearby and get you guys on. Appreciate you guys.
Good night.
Later.